If you want a quick and easy midweek meal, I have the recipe for you. This one cooks in 15 minutes. It's packed full of loads of flavour, and best of all, it's got dumplings in it, so everybody loves it. We're going to use the Mr Chen's Wagyu beef and black pepper dumplings and serve them with a nice little noodle. So it's going to be like a stir fry. Instead of putting beef in there, we're putting beef dumplings because I'm a genius and it just tastes great. I picked the beef and black pepper dumplings. They go so well with like a black bean sauce, oyster sauce. It's just like using steak, but much better because we're using dumplings. Now, to cook these, we're going to go pot sticker style. Super simple. Into a pan, dumplings and a little bit of oil. Just coat the base of our pan. And we're going to cook it in two parts. So we're going to fry the base of our dumplings, and then we're going to steam them by adding some water on top with a lid. Now, all I do is just slide my dumplings out and kind of find a nice flat spot on them to lie them down, and we just start frying them off. Mr Chen's dumplings are amazing. Australian-made with all Australian produce, and they've been doing it for 40 years, so you know they're good at it. And best of all, you can pull them straight out the freezer, straight into a pan, so it's a really quick and easy dumpling dish. Now, what I'm going to do is just fry my dumplings in my pan till they go nice and golden, turn them over, and then we're going to add some water and a lid to them, and we'll cook them till they're sort of steamed and a little bit crispy on the bottom. It's a perfect way to cook these dumplings. So you can see now our dumplings have got a nice little caramelisation, nice little char on them. That'll convert into crispiness when we eat them. So, to cook them pot sticker style, bit of water and your lid. And you want to go your lid straight on once you add your water so they steam. And I like to go with about half a centimetre at the base of your pan. It's a rough measure, depending on the size of the pan you're using. Go in there. Lid straight on. And I just turn my pan down just a little bit. Sort of a medium heat rather than a full high heat where you're going to boil off all your water and absorb it before you cook out your dumplings. Now, while they do their thing, I'll talk you through our stir fry, but we're going to make a really nice black bean sauce noodle stir fry and put our dumplings into them. So these dumplings will take about 10 minutes to cook. In that time, we need to have our stir fry ready to go. So our wok is on, we want it nice and hot. Now, I've prepped all my ingredients already. It's pretty important when you're making a stir fry to make sure you have everything chopped and ready to go. So the first thing we're going to do is add some oil into our wok. A good drizzle of oil to a nice hot wok like that. Beautiful. If it's smoking, you know it's good. And now to our wok, we can add our onion. And you want that nice hot sizzle. That's the key with our wok. And while that starts to fry off, I'm going to quickly make a sauce, my black bean sauce to go with my dumplings. So it's actually pretty simple. Some oyster sauce into our bowl. Some salted black beans. These things are just umami deliciousness. You can buy your own, or a jar of black beans in oyster sauce, but I like to make my own because you can control the sugar and the thickness. Bit of sugar in there, and then just to bring it together, a little bit of white pepper and a splash of water. So the rest of water in our jug. And then we just mix our sauce together, like so, and that will go into our wok just before our noodles. Before we do that, we're going to keep stir-frying everything. And you can see here, I like to get a little bit of colour on my onions like so. So you can see they're a little bit of charring from our wok. You get the wok hay, or the breath of the wok, which is that really nice flavour you get from hot, fast wok cooking. Got to do a little flick through the wok as well because it just looks cool. And then we want to go in with our garlic. I've cut the garlic nice and big so that it takes a little bit of cooking in the wok. It won't burn. So garlic in. And you can see why you need everything chopped up, because this happens quite quickly. Garlic through the pan. And it's just a matter of watching that garlic, and when it starts to get a little bit of colour on it, like those onions, you can add in our next ingredient. And that next ingredient is some green capsicum. You can use red capsicum, you can use yellow capsicum. I like the green, gives a really nice pop of colour. Again, just fry this till it takes a little bit of colour on. I'm just going to check on our dumplings, and you can see Almost all that water has been absorbed, which is good. We still need to keep cooking for a couple more minutes to crisp up that underside that had the water on it. So 2 more minutes, we need to have a stir fry ready to go because the dumplings are going in. Our green caps have cooked down. Now we can go in with our choy sum. You can use bok choy, you can use gailan. A bit of broccolini would be great as well. This needs 10 seconds max. Just wilt those leaves and we're good to go. There you go. 10 seconds. Now we can go in with our homemade black bean sauce. Really quick toss through, and now it's time for our noodles. So some Singapore noodles, because they're what I like, but you can use whatever variety of noodles you like. And all we want to do here is just fry those noodles or stir the noodles through the sauce till they're coated by the sauce, broken up and heated through. It should take 1 minute. By the time that's done, these little beautiful bites of black pepper and beef goodness are going to be ready to go as well. You can kind of just give them a little pinch and you know they're ready if they're firm but not too hard. The other way, chef's trick to tell if your dumplings are ready, you think they're ready, take one out and try it. Then you get to eat the dumpling because they're so delicious. Plus you know they're ready to go. But these look really good. And this is why I cook it pot sticker style. Have a look at that caramelisation on that dumpling. It's going to mean crunchiness in our stir fry. And now I can see you guys there, you're going, OK, Michael, this makes sense. Dumpling is a protein in a stir fry. It is brilliant, you're right. And the great thing about these dumplings is they are restaurant quality. They've got so many good ingredients in there that they're so easy to add into something like a stir fry, and you're not going to miss the beef because there's so much beef in that dumpling. And that's why we love what Mr Chen's do. Now, without throwing too much of your noodles behind you, that is our stir fry done. And give your little pot stickers a little flip and have a look at how beautiful they look, golden, charred and just crunchy. They can go straight in to our stir fry. Turn off our pan. Just a little toss through. You just want to toss them through enough that they get a bit of that dressing on them from a height, and that's perfect. Wok off, and now it's time to plate up our dumplings. Nice big bowl, you're going to want a lot of them. And bring your wok over and start by grabbing some noodles and some of your greens on the base because you want to make sure you've got your lovely beef and black pepper dumplings on top. And now, with a spoon, scoop up some of those dumplings, sit them on top. Now, I did about 12 dumplings, so you should get 2 serves out of this. You can't eat less than 6 dumplings in a go. That's a Weldon life rule. I'm firm on that. And there you have a new delicious spin on your classic stir fry by using those dumplings as a protein instead of beef. A little bit of spring onion over the top, and I reckon that's going to change the way you stir fry thanks to this recipe and Mr Chen's dumplings.